look at a problem using midpoint formula. Now the formula for midpoint is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So basically what you're doing, add your x divided by 2, add your y's divided by 2. So they gave us over here an x1 and a y1 and an x2 and a y2. Now what we have, if we were to graph this, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we go over 8 and down 4, here's one of our endpoints. Our other one, if we go left 6 and up 1, there's another endpoint. So we have a line here, and they want us to figure out what's the point in the middle. So we're looking for what they call the midpoint. Now, using the formula, I'm going to add my x's to be 8 plus negative 6 divided by 2. That gives me 2 divided by 2, which is 1. Then I'm going to add my y's. It'd be negative 4 plus 1 divided by 2. And that would be negative 3 over 2. That would be my midpoint. So my answer to this is going to be 1 comma a negative 3 halves. And if we look at it, we should be close. When x is 1, whoops, y is a negative 3 halves. So I was off by a little bit. But the point would be down there, and that would be the middle of the line. Now part B is a little bit tougher. On part B, they give us an end point, an x1 and a y1, and then they give us the answer. They give us the midpoint. So this is my x midpoint and my y midpoint. So basically what I've got, and I'm counting by 2's here, if I go negative 6 up to positive 12, so x is negative 6, y is positive 12, you go, I'm counting by 2's, so you're going to go left 3 and up 6. The next one, my midpoint, x is 8, and y is negative 2 would be here. So what I have is I'm half the distance here. This is my end point, this is my midpoint, and I'm looking for a number over here. Okay, so using the formula, if I use the formula, I'm going to do it up at the top. I have x1, it's going to be negative 6 plus x2 divided by 2 is going to be equal to 8. Okay, so to solve that, I need to multiply both sides by 2 here to get that 2 off the bottom. That will cancel, and I get negative 6 plus x2 equals 16. And then you add your 6 to both sides. And I get x equals, or x2 equals 22. So I'm halfway there. Now let's go down to the bottom and let's do the other one. On this one, I'm doing my y value. So I'm going to have y1, which is 12, plus y2 over 2 equals, I know I'm going to equal negative 2. Now again, I'm going to get that negative 2, or that 2 off the bottom, multiply both sides by 2 here. I get 12 plus y2 equals negative 4. Then I'm going to subtract my 12, and I get y2 equals negative 16. So my midpoint, the answer they would want, or excuse me, my end point to get that midpoint would be 22, comma, negative 16. And that should be in the circled area. Now if you had trouble following that second part, there is an alternate way to do it. And there is a video already posted for that. Up near the top it says given an end point and a midpoint, how do you find the other end point? So there's 2 ways to do it. If you didn't like part B, you can do that one without a formula, so check out the other video.